Hey guys, and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 3.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear.
Today is Tuesday, what's today? December 3rd. The Vlogmas Day 3. Today was interesting to say the least. So as you guys know, it was my 28-week pregnancy appointment, and I didn't get some good news, and then honestly my appointment just went bad because the doctor that I had, Adrian didn't go with me, so I blame it on him for not going with me. It's his fault. Don't you notice that? Even when I took my glucose test the last time, I didn't go, or you didn't go with me.
I did go with you.
You dropped me off, and I threw up. And this time now, I have freaking bad luck, and then they give me some news. So basically, I went in, and my appointment was early this morning. I waited 30 minutes to be seen, and when finally they took me back, it was normally like a nurse takes you back, and then they ask you some questions, and then they like take your weight and your vitals, and then they ask like if you have any questions, and they try to answer them the best they can, and then if not, they'll let the doctor know, and then the doctor comes in. Well, I was just getting weird vibes from this one guy, or from the guy, and you could tell he was kind of new just because I've never seen him before, and I've been seeing like the same nurses over and over again. So this guy got weird vibes, like I said, and I just didn't like him. Real quick, he like took my weight and took my vitals and everything. He was asking me questions that like were asked at my first like OB appointment, like questions he shouldn't be asking because like it's been so long now. And so I was kind of getting irritated with that. And then I was like irritated already because I waited 30 minutes to be seen when I had an appointment. And then so finally the doctor comes in, and never seen her before. And so the way it works with the military, did you just fart? It's going in. It's going in. So the way it works with TRICARE is, or I don't know, was like military spouse? I don't know. A military doctor. You don't really get seen by the same provider every time you go in. If you're lucky enough, then you could, but it's like most likely that you won't be able to. So before I was seeing like 2 to 3 providers before, and I still like I knew all 3 of them. 2 or 3? I would say like 3, huh? So I knew all 3 of them. So today when she walked in, I'm like, oh great, like another new doctor. She wasn't in the military, because usually they introduce themselves and they say like their rank and everything, and she didn't do that. So she wasn't in the military. And then I feel like as soon as she walked in again, like I was just like, ugh. So then she sits down, she's just like, how's everything? I'm like, great, everything's going good. And then she goes, okay, like we need to talk about some stuff, and then there's a few things that you need to get done. I'm like, okay. So then she goes, first thing you need to get done here is the 1-hour glucose test. I look at her and I'm like, I just did that yesterday. And she goes, oh really? I'm like, yeah. Like took the 1-hour glucose test, and they took my blood and everything. So she goes, okay, let me go double check the charts. So I'm like, okay. So then she goes back into her office. I'm out of breath. And she double checks the charts, and it's not there. So then she comes back in and she goes, yeah, I don't have any proof of you taking your glucose test. And mind you, she's like super rude, super rude. And I'm just like I was already irritated before, and so when she just started speaking, I got irritated even more. And when she's like, well, I don't have any proof that you took it. And I was like, well, I did. And like I was like, I have proof, like I took a picture of the drink, as you guys saw in like yesterday's vlog. And she goes, did you sit there for the 1 hour? And I'm like, yeah, like that's the glucose test. She goes, and you took the drink? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, and you for sure stayed in the lab in the waiting area? And I'm like, yes. I waited an hour, went up there after the 1 hour was up, and he took my blood. She goes, well, I have proof that they drew your blood, but for, I forgot what she called it, but basically to check my iron. And I'm like, okay, well, like, I took my glucose test and they drew my blood. So I don't know. She goes, okay, well, let me give them a call and then see what they say. Maybe they misplaced it. Who knows? I don't know. But I was just super mad because that's my 3rd time taking the glucose test. So I'm like, there's no way I'm taking it a 4th time, because there's just no way I'm going to take it again. And she goes, well, if you have to, then you're going to need to. And if you don't do that, you're going to have to do the 2-week finger prick or something. So I have to prick myself every day for 2 weeks. And I'm like, she literally said that, and it was just like so rude. And I'm like the type of person, like when someone's mean to me, like I start crying instantly. So my eyes like started getting watery, but I'm like, no, you're not crying today. So like I hold it together, and then finally she's like, she tells me like my results from the blood test, and it turns out my iron is super low. Well, not super low, it's just low. And so that means I'm anemic. So they prescribed me pills for that. And then I had my anatomy scan done 20 weeks ago at my 20-week appointment. And then if you guys have been following along, then you guys know that I had to go back again, so they can redo it. And then finally she gave me the results for that. So everything came out good. Everything's good with her, so that's great. And then I think that's pretty much it for results. And then she just went ahead and like measured my stomach, which they normally do. So my stomach is measuring 27 inches, which is right on track, and where I should be. And then we got to hear the heartbeat for like 5 seconds. And I was like so annoyed and just wanted to get out of there. I was mad and just, I needed to get out of there. So then after that, it was like my appointment was done basically. So like literally in there for 5 minutes, and it's just irritating. Then I go to my pharmacy. It's literally in the same hospital. So I go there and to go get my pills that she prescribed me, and I wait there, and I'm waiting there for like 20 minutes, and they finally call my number, and he goes, there's nothing in the system that they prescribed me basically, and so she didn't put it in. So he goes, let me call her real quick and see what she says. So then he calls her, she doesn't answer, and so he's like, do you just want to walk over there and see what's happening? So I'm like, okay, sure. So then I walk over there, and I speak to the ladies in the front. She goes, okay, let me see what she says, and I'll like have her put it in for you. So I'm like, okay. So then I wait there in the OB clinic another 20 minutes or something like that, and finally she calls my name back up, and she's like, okay, like she put it in for you. Yeah, so I go back to the pharmacy, and I talked to another lady. She was like, yeah, there's nothing in there still. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, she like saw my face, and you can tell like I was mad. So she goes, let me give her a call for you. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something happened. And she was like, they are super slow over there, so we'll see. So then she calls her, and she was like, I put it in. She goes, well, it's not coming up on our end. Like, do you mind putting it again? She goes, okay, I will. She goes, like, I'm going to stay on the phone with you basically until you do it. So finally she did it. And it was in their system. Then I had to wait for that again because they didn't have any sign or any like proof of like they needed that prescription for me. So they have to get it all ready for me, and it was super busy. So I had to wait there for that again, and finally I got my prescription. So they just went ahead and gave me, I don't even know what they gave me, but basically iron pills, and then something to like help the iron stay down or something, I'm not sure. So now I have to take up those, and the pills I looked at are huge and they smell disgusting. So I don't know how I'm going to take those. I'll probably have to do some research to see what else I can take for iron. Because yeah, they're huge and I don't really like taking huge pills. So we'll see. Then after that, I came home and like I planned on doing like so much stuff today because I woke up early for my appointment and I just wanted to get stuff done today. And I was just so mad that I came home and literally took a 3-hour nap. Like I woke up when Adrian woke up and he came downstairs and he asked me how my appointment was and I just started crying. And I just basically tell him everything that happened because I was so annoyed. And yeah, so basically all in all, like it's Adrian's fault for not going with me, and if he did go with me, none of this would have happened. Huh. I'm serious. So you could say today was crazy. Obviously didn't get much done because I fell asleep after, and then after Adrian woke up, after I told him everything, I was like, or I watched a video and they were eating Taco Bell. And I was like, I want some Taco Bell. So we went to go get some Taco Bell. Bless you. And then now we're home and I'm still annoyed with the doctor. So hopefully I never have her again because I don't want to see you basically ever again. I'll have to call them to see who my provider is for next time because there's no way I'm gonna see her again. And then, so she's supposed to call me back, or she's supposed to give me a call today, she said, to see what's going on with that test, basically. So hopefully they find it because there's no way I'm doing it again. No way. Like, even though it's like not bad, but like, how do you lose a test like that?
Threw it away.
They threw it away. They said, nope. So that's pretty much it for today's vlog. It's just my pregnancy update. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. And I'll see you tomorrow in Vlogmas Day 4. Bye, guys.
'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow